welcome, all you entertainment holics out there in entertainment land. It's time yet again for another thrilling, exciting installment of, you guessed it, Wicked Entertaining, coming at you live every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Rock Rage Radio and Rock Rage Live. You can watch us live also on our YouTube channel, which is going to be Get Real Global TV. And we're also Get Real Global TV on Twitch and TikTok. And then you can check out our Linktree page to see all of our social media and website links. Just type in at Jennifer DeVoe Muse. That's JenniferDevoemuse. And you can check out our radio station, Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, on Spreaker. We're also syndicated on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, SiriusXM, and Pandora, plus pretty much everywhere else that you can watch or listen to podcasts. We're distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, The Orchard by Sony, and 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse. Hello to everyone watching or listening to this broadcast around the world. Let's all, well, I would say right now, would be to say hello to the sultry songstress Amy Bowman, but unfortunately she cannot make it with us this evening. And the Mac Daddy of Metal, Shyler Staver, is among the missing. I don't know. He's here somewhere on Earth. Well, anyway, I am here to entertain you as always. So let's get down to it. We're going to welcome our guest on to the show. Right before we do that, I just want to let everyone know next Friday for Jenny's birthday episode, on the 31st of January, 2025, we're going to have none other than the incredible, amazing frontman, lead singer Jay Gordon from the iconic heavy metal industrial band Orgy. Right here, right there. Orgy, going to be on the show next Friday. I just happen to be wearing this because, well, it's a long sleeve jersey. It keeps me warm, and it's one of my favorite bands. So, gotta love that. It's like a twofer. A twofer. But yes, come on back next Friday. We're going to have lead singer Jay Gordon from the band Orgy will be on the show. And hopefully some of his other bandmates like Carlton Boss, the guitarist, will join us also. So that would be wonderful. And so come on back for that. And again, that's Jenny's birthday episode. And but right now we're going to bring on our incredible guest for this evening, none other than Michael Blackwell, hip hop artist extraordinaire.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Yes, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, hanging in there. It's cold in Florida, but we hanging in there.
He says it's cold in Florida. Come up this way to Maine and see what's up.
Believe me, I'm originally from Ohio, so I'm used to it. But it's funny watching people wearing winter coats and flip flops. I'm like, yeah, it's cold, but something I'm used to. So it's interesting up here. Believe me.
How cold is it down there right now?
Right now it's 40 degrees.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you got people that used to the 80 degree weather.
It's probably about 7 or 8 degrees up here. I'd definitely go for some 40-degree weather about now.
Okay, y'all got me beat. All right.
It's Maine. I mean, come on. We're practically Canada, for the love of God.
Yeah, I did hear it was cold there.
I used to love living out in Los Angeles. When I first moved out there, I was like, oh, I'm from Maine, so 50-degree weather was like exciting times. It's like, oh my God, it's warm, like, so you're like, oh shit, it's not as really as warm as you would think, but I'm out there in like jeans. I'm out there in like t-shirt and shorts. and it's 50, like 50, 55 degrees outside, and everybody's looking at me like I got two heads. Well, they're all running around in like full on like long sleeve shirts, a parka, friggin' jeans, boots. And I'm like, there's something going on here.
Yeah, you got California on fire and you got Florida freezing. I'm like, yeah,
This is
the
weird. And
world
you guys
changing
got,
definitely.
oh, you guys got snow, didn't you?
Yeah, parts of Florida, about the top half of Florida, got snow. Like
That's
you know, it
crazy.
won't come this way, but I mean,
It's so
this is
weird.
crazy.
It's weird. I'm like, Florida got snow?
When I moved here, I didn't bring a winter jacket. That's the reason why, but I'm gonna go get
You're
one now.
gonna have to order it on Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's
Just do
I'm
stores
a
there even
Amazon
sell
person.
winter jackets? That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to order it on Amazon.
I haven't seen any, but yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up Amazon. That's definitely a plus.
That'd be smart to have a store down there that sells nothing but like, winter gear. I mean, for those times of the year when you guys actually get cold.
Yeah, because when it gets cold down here, people, I mean, it's to me, I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I know how to prepare for it. But when
right.
you get people here that lived here and all they use is that 80, 90 degrees, maybe 70, you hit anywhere below 50, and it's like they having withdrawals, the world's on the edge, they can't go outside. It's I don't know, to me, it's kind of entertaining. I'm like, okay. You say snowblower, they're like, what's a snowblower? And I'm like, yeah, you definitely want to see that too. Yeah,
What's a
you
snowblower?
oh yeah, I've heard it all down here. It's amazing. It's that's how you know people that are from Florida compared to people who have moved to Florida from somewhere else because that's how you know. And the best way to point them out is so easy. All you have to do is when you see them with them long, big winter jackets and they got flip flops on, they were from Florida because they're confused. They don't know what to do. They want to stay warm, but yet they're cold. So um,
I'm wearing
that's how you
shorts and
know they from Florida.
flip. You're wearing shorts and flip flops on the bottom half of you, and the top half is a parka. I don't.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's some serious confusion.
That's how you can tell the Floridians. They have withdrawals. They don't know what to do. But
I like that word,
oh yeah, it gets
Floridians.
entertaining. Yeah,
Well,
that's I'm still
Florida
getting
people
used to
are
it.
entertaining already as it is. I mean, Florida is like some of the craziest stories you hear
Oh yeah, they
coming from the United States is from Florida.
yeah. I mean, the craziest stories you probably hear, 80% of them are probably Florida,
Yeah.
and especially if it involves gators. 80% of the crazy stories you ever hear, either good, bad, or something where it's just so bizarre, it's some part of Florida. I can promise you, because I've
Yeah.
heard things in the news that you would not believe. Like they did what? So I mean,
I don't know. I went there once. I got a tattoo, and I called it a day. And I don't know. I may go to Florida again someday. I don't know. Well, I went there to visit once. I got a tattoo. What was that? Oh, 2005.
uh-huh.
God, that's been a long time. Holy shit. 20 fucking years since wow. I've had this tattoo for 20 years. Damn. Okay. I guess you don't think about that shit. You're like, whoa, crazy things happening in Florida. Jenny got a tattoo.
Yeah,
uh,
it's crazy. I want to say it keeps you entertained, because you just sometimes you just don't believe it. But um, I don't know. I tell people that, oh, I'm going to move to Florida. I said, please check where you're going to be living at. Check your surroundings. Because Florida is one of those states that you can't just move here. You have to make sure you have to research. You moving
Yeah.
into a flood area, are you moving into a gator area? Are
Oh,
you,
damn.
I mean, there's so many things you have to check. Yeah, because Florida is not one of those states where people will be like, oh, I'm just going to move there, get away from everything, get away. You better check your area. You better
Just the
check your area
hurricanes.
because
Just
these
hurricanes
states,
alone. Damn.
oh,
I could.
hurricanes, crime, gators, you got to look into all that. And that's not
Damn.
even saying how the prices for things for where to live. So you got to do some serious research to move here. I came here just on a whim. I just got sick of Ohio and I just came here. So that was about 14 years ago. So I learned a whole lot being down here. And people always tell me, no, it's not. This is not that bad. Okay, you go right ahead. I'm telling you, I've seen it.
He says, I've
I've
seen
seen, I've seen things you
it.
wouldn't understand. Um, even
is
in the
uh
not
is
doing.
is the wife is she from Florida?
She's originally from Italy, but she's been here in Florida for 30 years.
Okay.
So she always gets up because she always tries to tell people. She goes, they don't listen. I tell her, let them find out. They will find out the hard way because she knows. She taught me. She
Right.
knows where to live, what to watch, the most expensive places, the non-expensive. um,
Hmm.
Insects, snakes, gators. Is that a high infestation area or anything like that? Um,
Nice.
she knows all that. So
Wow.
and people. I got friends of mine that I went to high school with. They're like, man, I should come down there with you. It looks all nice. I said, it ain't what you think it is. I said, do your research. I ain't telling you not to come, but I'm telling you not to come if you don't know what you're getting into. Because Florida is no joke. It's no joke. My wife, she wants to move to Colorado. She's like, I'm tired. I want to go to Colorado with the snow. And I'm like,
She
I
can come to
just left
Maine.
Ohio because of the
Have her
snow.
come visit. Have you guys come up on and visit, and she can see what it's about, and she can decide for herself whether or not she wants to be in a snowy area. See, that would give her a test
Oh yeah,
run, and she'd be like, "I'm going to go to Maine to visit Jenny,"
oh yeah.
and then she's going to come up here, and she'd be like, "Oh hell no! I have decided I do not like the snow," and then she's going to go back to Florida.
She, she just wants somewhere with you have the four seasons. Me, when you spend almost half your life in Ohio and because everybody asked me, well, you came from Ohio to Florida. I said, put it this way, you know how much snow we would get? I had a father whose snowblower was cleaner than his car. He took care of that thing like it was a Cadillac.
It's
So that should tell you right there how much snow my dad he treasured that snowblower. Um, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I about had enough. But Florida was a little bit of a culture shock. Everything from music to insects to heck. At one point, I thought we had dinosaurs down here. All these crazy animals they got here. So I mean, I came down here. I never thought we have these little lizards that run around. They're all over the place. They're everywhere. These just these
yeah.
little lizards. And my thought it was when I first seen them, they're little, like about
Yeah.
big as my pinky. But my first thought was, if they're little, is there bigger ones?
Oh God.
And they're not. That's one thing. Like, am I just moved to Jurassic Park? I'm like, but I mean, there's not. You're not
Jurassic.
used to that. I mean, we
Yeah.
have a place where in Florida where it gets too cold that the iguanas fall out of trees. They literally freeze up and
What?
they just fall out of the tree. Yeah.
Holy
If
crap.
you
Okay.
Google it, there's a place in Florida where the iguanas are in the trees. It gets too cold, they freeze up, they just fall out,
Hmm.
and eventually they thaw out. They're not dead; they're just frozen.
What?
They're fine. After a while, they'll yep. Now, when I tell people this, and they're like, "Are you?" I say, "Google it. You'll Google it, and you'll lose your mind. You will not believe it." Yeah, and this is
I'm gonna have to go Google it.
This is normal here.
Oh
It
wow.
is normal. Just these frozen iguanas in Florida, and it'll tell you they literally just drop out of trees, and you can't. It's against the law to do anything to them. And eventually, they come
Really?
around, and so I mean, it's and as far as the big ones like gators and snakes, that's just everywhere.
Yeah.
It used to be kind of certain places, but with all the hurricanes and the rain and the building new things in different areas,
Hmm.
you can gators can pop up anywhere.
Oh my God.
They can, yeah, they're about anywhere. I
And,
live like 10 minutes from a pond where a lady got eaten. It was a homeless lady got eaten because she was sleeping there, and they found part of her, and they
oh
found the
my,
gator, and
holy
this is
crap.
no more than maybe 10 minutes from me. I can walk to the pond where it happened at. So
Oh
the
my God.
gators have multiplied here immensely.
Damn.
So it's and but Florida is one of those states they take care of the animals first, then the people. So they'll catch a gator and they'll put it somewhere like in some kind of habitat or somewhere like that. But you go around shooting gators, you will be in jail.
Oh wow. Okay.
You have to call somebody. Um, it's just you just running around just finding gators to shoot whatever. They will put you in jail. They will treat you like you owe child support. Um, that's how Florida is. First is the
Dang.
animals, then they take care of old people. That's Florida. That's just blunt and straight out. That's Florida.
That's
Um,
crazy.
and I mean, like I said, it's nothing that if you Google it, you'll be in shock because
I know what I'm gonna be
pretty
watching
state.
later. I think that would freak me out,
So
dude. If I'm walking down the street and all of a sudden I look up and some goddamn reptile smacks me in the face, falling out of a tree, I'm be like, what the fuck is this? What just happened? I'm confused. Why are
yeah,
why are
it happens
these
every year.
why are iguanas falling on me out of a damn tree?
Hmm I forget what part of Florida it's at. But, yeah, like I said, this is,
That's crazy.
and it seems like the longer I've been here, the crazier it gets. Um, just Florida all around. Like I said, all you can do is just sometimes I'm not a big person to watch the news. So I'm not really into politics. Even though it's kind of hard to with everything crazy going on. But
Yeah.
if you watch, especially if you watch Florida news, you will just see and hear things will just make you just like, what? Like,
Makes
is that
sense. Makes
really
sense. He
happening?
lives there. Makes sense. He lives there.
So I mean,
Crazyville.
I don't know. I'm a person. I do my music. I'm at home. I'm with my family. I'm not a real big going out person unless I'm doing a show. Um, I'm just a home person because it gets a little too crazy out there.
Yeah. I I just worry sometimes with the way things are going. Um, the next 4 years worry me,
Yeah, I'm with you
especially
there.
for people that are not necessarily my skin color. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. I worry
No, I
about
know exactly what you mean.
I worry about my husband as an African American man in America. I worry about you. I worry about all my black and Hispanic friends. I worry about it. Just I just worry, and they're gonna assume
Same here.
because I look like this, okay, that I may be a certain way, but no, I'm not that way. I am not that way at all. I'm it just like you can't just assume because of some shit. I'm an avid unsupporter of that regime, so to speak. I voted
Right.
for the other regime, so to speak, the one
Yep.
of the beautiful caramel female Indian black woman. That's where I went. But to each their own. Uh, it's America. You can do with your life and your vote and your whatever as you see fit. But don't come on my lawn trying to
Mm-hmm.
piss on my tree. Because I may
No,
be
it's
a
a.
liberal. I may be more liberal as a person because I love other people. I just have respect for other people. That doesn't necessarily make me, oh, liberal. I just believe in fairness for all. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
everybody are equals. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit about your sexual
Exactly.
orientation, your religious preference, your color of your skin. I don't care about none of that bullshit. I care about you as a person. If you're a good person, you go and you treat me with respect, we good to go. We're good. We're all good. That's all I give a fuck about. Um, I just don't see the need to do all that extra bullshit. I just believe in treating each other with
Yeah.
respect and love and kindness, and you know, and
If
yes, I think
life's
it would
too
have been
short for
cool to have
one
a
and
woman
two,
president.
um, well, I'm not like I said, I'm not a big political person. But it's kind of hard not to watch it with everything going on. But
Yeah.
if you kind of and this is- if you kind of use common sense, um, if a person says they're going to do something and turn around and flip and not do it and do something totally opposite, they're showing their character. Now, when you got someone who's a leader of the world that does stuff like that and then flips
Mm,
it to something totally different, that's called mistrust. That's, I mean,
mm,
I don't know what more definition you can call it. That's mistrust.
mm.
And, you hear a lot of people saying, no, they say ain't gonna do this, ain't gonna do that. And then when it's flipped around, oh, well, that person's this, that person is, they didn't do this. And I said, but you knew this from the first time.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
when you
You
do
already
it
knew,
again, now you're going to get mad.
right?
So I
You already knew.
I'm
You
like,
already.
come on, you already knew what this character is like.
You thought you thought you weren't
He
going to do
gave
it
you,
this
he
time.
gave you this gamer. I mean, people don't change.
No, leopard don't
They
change its
fall, they
spots.
fall in that trap.
What was
There you
that
go.
song? What's that song? But that black chick. You never thought the leopard, like leopards, wasn't gonna eat your face. How's it like? Oh, leopard ain't wasn't gonna eat my face or something like that. It's a song like you thought that the leopard wasn't gonna eat your
Yeah.
face. You know what I mean? Like this kind of like, you know what I mean? You thought it wasn't that it's in its nature. Why would you think it wasn't gonna do that? You know what I mean? Kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, that's just and I don't know. I just go day by day. I don't watch a lot of news. Um,
Yeah, depressing.
Sometimes you can't help it because I watch mainly music news, but sometimes they like to filter that
Other
craziness
stuff
in
into
there,
it.
so you
Yeah,
hear.
the guys want to watch about
And
music,
like
man.
I tell people, 4 years gonna be a little scary. It's gonna be a little scary, and the one thing I try to tell, because I see a lot of young black men around where I live at, and I try to tell them. I said, this is not a solution, but this can be a deterrent. If you're going to go somewhere, if you're going to go to a mall, you're going to go to a grocery store, you're going to get on the bus and go, look presentable. I ain't saying you got to dress up every day, but look
Yeah,
presentable. Present
right,
yourself presentable. I
right.
said, because nowadays you're a target. I said, and you go out there, you want to act all hood or act all stupid, whatever. Okay. They're like, yep, this is what we thought. You have got to present yourself. And the reason why I say this because I see a lot of young black men. I see a lot of a lot of them do music to ask me questions. Some I see
Mm.
on the street, and I see them, and I said, I'm not saying you got to be, suit and tie to go to the grocery store, but look
Hmm.
presentable.
Right.
Go
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
your business, do your business, and just go, go about your business. You
Yeah.
know, that acting stupid or getting rowdy, they want that, and they're like, yep, here we go, some more. Let's get them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I try to deter them from that because, with all the crazy school shootings and
Yeah.
all that, and
Yeah.
it seems like ever since um,
Scary.
I would say the last couple of years, it seems like the racism factor is always been there, but it's went way up right now.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
them, whether what race you are, So I say, you know what, if you're gonna go somewhere, go presentable. My wife always asks me, she goes, "Why don't we go to a grocery store and you put on shirts and because I'm gonna look a presentable black man.
Right.
It may not stop anything, but at least they know, okay, that's a black man. That's not a thug walking around. We
Yeah.
have
Okay.
to do that.
Hmm.
We have
Yeah.
to do that because people go by perception.
Yeah.
And there's areas here in Florida, there's older people, and I'm saying black and white, not just black,
Hmm.
older
Right.
people
Yeah.
that look at another man or woman, look at them, or oh my god, and they have that perception factor. So be presentable when you go out, go
Right.
about your business, go home. If you're gonna go out with your friends and have fun, make it with y'all. Don't get all rowdy. The police got
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get
Right.
called because we are not in those times anymore where it was just like
Yeah.
we just went and had fun and it didn't matter. Those
Right.
times are gone.
Yeah.
Now you have to kind of have a third eye because you never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you're Hispanic, white, black, everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta be presentable. You gotta have a third eye. Be respectful for people. If people want
Hmm.
to get ignorant, leave them. Walk away. Ain't no
Right.
use in fighting them. Cause you the one gonna be in trouble. Just leave them. Walk away.
Mm. Right.
But nope. But I try. I try to. That's the method I follow.
Right.
Because I've had
That's
things
smart.
said to me in my job. I've had things even in music that kind of like I want to go over there and choke them. I said, you know what? It's time for me to
Not worth
go.
your time.
And
It's not worth your time. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
so
those people aren't worth your time. You
so
know?
I mean, that's that's kind of advice that I give to some young cats, especially doing music, because a lot of
Right.
them, they have that mentality of what they see, and they want to,
Mhm.
walk around and they want to, you know, be that person. I was like, that person you see or you try to emulate, one has already made it. They already
Right.
doing that
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and two, that's a stage presence. That's not an everyday life.
Right.
I said so. I told him, get your education. If you want to be a rapper, go on stage, do your thing, have your little gimmick or your wardrobe or whatever. But when you get
Hmm.
off that stage, be educated.
Right. Right.
Don't
Right.
take foolish with you because people will see that. Oh, well,
Hmm.
he a thug, he uneducated. No, don't,
Hmm.
people actually see me on stage, they're totally blown out of the water because they're like, you're nothing like what you are on stage because that's a stage presence.
Right.
But I'm on,
Exactly.
I'm on stage, I'm quiet, I stay to myself. I drink, I love coffee. I'm not one sitting drinking 40 ounces and beers and smoking weed. You give me a cup of coffee and some donuts, and I'm straight. I mean, it's a persona.
Right.
I get up there, and that's probably why a lot of friends don't take me to clubs. But 'cause I've done the club life. I've done it. They're like, "You want to come to the club?" No, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts. They got a $5 special on try out. I'm like, what? It's what you see on stage, I'm glad they like it, hopefully, and the music's great and everything. But when I'm done, that stays on stage.
Right.
My wife never walks in this house calling me Blackwell. She will call me by my government name, probably because she didn't mind me. I forgot to clean some. But you gotta have that. That's why I try to tell young kids. I'm like, it's great that you want to do what you want to do on stage. Do it.
Right.
But when you get off stage, educate yourself. Hit those books
Right.
because I try to tell them the music business is music business. It's
Yeah.
30% nowadays, especially with hip hop. It's 30% talent, 70% business.
Yes, I agree.
Anybody can be a rapper.
Yeah, very
It's
true.
not like what it used to be. When I grew up, you had that. I mean, you had to prove yourself
Yeah.
that you wanted to rap before you can even get on the stage.
Mhm.
I remember you would have to go to open mics, and if they liked it, okay, you
Right.
can come do a show.
Right. Right.
And I've gone through a lot of now. I mean, and it doesn't even matter. I mean, I'm glad that we have black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Korean, all of them do hip hop. It's great because hip hop is meant to be universal.
Even from
Everybody
like
can do it.
India, even
But
like India and other countries. Yeah.
but the criteria to be in hip hop is gone. There's no where you would have to, as they say, pay your dues.
Hmm.
Um, Anybody does it. So if you want to get in this hip hop business, and if you want to be on the stage and be a rapper, great,
Hmm.
go be that rapper. But get educated, learn this business. This is the most one of the most cutthroat businesses that
Yeah.
I've gone through from I started till now because we got
Mhm.
streaming, we got Spotify, we got iTunes, and you know Spotify don't pay crap. Yeah, I'm gonna say that because
Yeah.
it's just you have to learn, and then you have social media where you're doing marketing. Um, we had Facebook, Instagram, and when TikTok left, I've heard a lot of rappers like, "Oh, what am I gonna do?" I'm like, go to social media.
Hmm.
Instagram, you got Facebook, you got YouTube, you got SoundCloud.
Yeah.
TikTok wasn't the biggest one. TikTok was good, but it was like for content creators, um,
Right.
which was great because it was really getting noticed. Hip hop on TikTok, I mean, it was big, but not like it was when you go on YouTube or you go on Instagram. TikTok just made you aware of it. And
Right.
for example, when Busta Rhymes came out with a new song, yeah, I see it on TikTok, but if you go on Instagram, you can listen to it. He's got like a little interview and stuff like that. But just
Mm.
because one leaves, there's tons of out there, tons. Um,
Okay.
so the TikTok, everybody asked me, well, the TikTok thing didn't affect me. I said, not at all, because I didn't rely strictly on there.
Right.
So,
YouTube's big too, but yeah, Instagram and YouTube I think are two of the bigger ones. But you can still reach people on Facebook. You can still, I don't even like to think about X anymore. I'm all set with that one. X can go
oh yeah,
fuck itself. I don't really care about that one. Thank you. TikTok, it went away for a whole 14 hours and then it came right back. I don't know how long it's going to stay
yeah,
around for the meantime, but I had a coworker just about like lose her shit the other day because she thought, oh, TikTok was going to be gone, so she removed it from her phone, like uninstalled it or whatever the hell, and now she can't get it
yeah.
back on there because you can't download it or some stupid shit. If you took it off your phone, you can't get it back
Hmm.
on or something. I'm like, sucks to be you. I mean, I didn't say that to her, but I'm thinking to myself, sucks to be you. I mean, yeah, I mean, you really thought it was going to be gone very long? I mean,
Yeah,
if it goes, it goes, whatever. But I mean, something else will come to replace it.
I don't know. That was one of those things I was really surprised about. I said, we got school shootings, we got wars overseas, we got kids
Mhm.
that are starving, veterans are starving, but
Yeah,
our main concern is
homelessness
stopping
everywhere.
TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, homelessness everywhere, but yet you're
what kind
upset
of
because
priority?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're all worried and upset that TikTok is gonna go, but yet your neighbor is starving and so are their kids, and then you've got homeless encampments everywhere because people can't afford to pay their rent and now they're homeless, and you've got like all kinds of horrible shit going on all around you, but you're worried about
Yeah,
stupid fucking TikTok. Yeah, where are your priorities, people? Where's your head at? Like, what the hell is wrong with it's like, I don't know. I was saying this to my daughter. She's 21. We were talking about this last night. I said, I truly fear for the world because she was telling me about like young people her age and some of the shit that they do. And like, I don't know, these stupid houses on TikTok or something, like the Bop House and the Blonde House and the this and the that, and they're all beefing against each other. I said, this sounds stupid. What the fuck is this? I mean, what is this stupid shit? I said, what the fuck is a bop? She said, oh, like basically like a hoe, skanky chick or something. I'm like, well, I just don't. I just don't. I'm scared. The world just scares me now because these fucking millennials and whatever the hell this next one, not millennials. What's the one after it? Alphas or some stupid shit.
alphas
Whatever
or
the fuck
something
they
like
are.
that.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's
sorry,
what
you ain't
it
an
is.
alpha. You fall apart like a cheap suit when fucking somebody tells you TikTok is going to be taken away. Okay, I do not have the faith in you that you are a strong person. You are a bunch of pussy ass little bitches, and you scare me. I don't know. I just get scared by the younger generation that are coming up into this world because most of them don't have any fucking morals or scruples, or you know what I mean? They'd rather sell themselves on OnlyFans than go work a fucking job like a normal human
Yeah,
being. I mean, to each their
social.
own. If you want to sell your fucking pussy on goddamn fucking social media and show it to the world on fucking OnlyFans, to each their own. Whatever makes you happy. But it just the state of the world just scares me. Some of this fucking the idiocy. It's like you ever see there's a movie called Idiocracy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Uh,
Mhm.
Terry Crews played the president of the United States, and it was the world was run by idiots, just like this, like the society had been so dumbed down by technology and streaming and all these different things, like nobody was like reading books anymore or becoming educated, and everybody just went fucking stupid. And so the world was being run by stupid people. And there weren't very many intelligent people left, and I'm like, that's gonna be us. I'm
Yeah, we might be headed there. I mean,
scared.
I don't know.
I'm
I
scared.
remember, in life, you used to ask you what's your 5-year plan, and some of them they don't know what they're gonna do the next
They
minute.
don't even have a 5 minute plan, let alone a 5 month plan, let alone a 5 year plan. So it kind of scares me.
Um, it's kind of scary. I got grandkids, so I'm teaching them every time I see them because it's a scary world out there right now.
Right.
And I mean, every time it's funny because every time I step out of the house, I'm like, oh, here we go on another adventure. Feel like Indiana Jones. God knows what I'm gonna see today. Um, it's just
Well, I hope live shows continue to be a thing. Like, I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know how the scope of things will change over the next 5 to 10 years in the sense of live performances. I mean, I would hope that wouldn't like go away, but I worry about like what if we have another pandemic that like
Mm,
practically killed Hollywood, you know what I mean, in the sense of like the music industry
yeah,
and
because
the movies and shit.
with live shows, like I think the only people that can get away with them, like when you have an online show, just in case a pandemic or stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, some hip hop artists, they go in the studio, do their thing, and people can log on and watch. But if you're a band, whether it's rock or if you're an R&B band or anything of that nature. An online show, I mean, it can be good. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people like that in person feeling. It's
Yeah, of
not the
course.
same. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a big fan of New Edition, and I
Mm,
watched their online show,
mm,
on the online and stuff, and I thought it was great. But
mm.
I went to a New Edition concert, totally different feeling. It's a totally
Yeah.
different environment.
Right.
That's why I'm so, I said, for me, doing like I like doing live shows. For one, when I do post about being in a live show, people respond more. Oh, I should have went. Oh, you did good, or whatever. Because
Right.
the live shows show people the feeling of the artist. It shows
Right.
okay, they're doing the same. Now, if it's like an online event, because of whatever reason that's going on in the world. Sometimes you can pull it off. Sometimes people just like, I'll just go because people will swipe in 3 seconds or click to something else in a minute. So I mean, for
Mm,
you to have an online show, you really got to have something to catch them because there's so much
right.
other stuff out there. Now, if you tell me just a live show, some going somewhere, that's a different ball game. Where people get
Mm,
dressed up, get money to go. They it's
right.
total. So I'm like you said, I'm hoping live shows will always stay because that brings out real fans, true fans.
Mm,
People want that. I mean, at least
yeah.
I know I do. I go to live shows, and there's live shows about art. Like I said, I watched the New Edition thing because I couldn't make it. It was
Right.
okay. I liked it. They always do a good job, but it's nothing like seeing them live.
Of
It's
course.
just a totally and like my son, he loves I call it I think he calls it dark metal, heavy metal, I can't remember. But he's really into that kind of music. And
Mm,
he won't watch no online show of that. He have to go to the concert because he said it don't feel the same. You
right.
don't feel it. He said, I have to go
No,
see a
it
band in
doesn't.
person. So
Right.
like I said, live shows will stay because to me it's a lot more engaging with fans than anything else. Um,
I
I don't go
agree.
to a lot of them because if I'm using hip hop shows, they want to charge you like a month's rent for a ticket, but
What?
which is a
Damn.
little crazy. But yeah,
That's
I
not.
think I would wanted to go see Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes, and when they said $400 a ticket, I'm like, well,
What?
with that
Okay, that's
400
too
I
much.
could
That's
pay
ridiculous.
I can pay the bills.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
been
nah.
like that with a lot of shows.
That's crazy.
That's why when
That's
a
too
lot of these
much.
shows get sold out, it makes me wonder where y'all getting the money. Because I'm not like I said, I don't know much about like rock shows. Like my son recently he went to a rock show. He literally
Yeah.
only paid I think it was 40, 50 something dollars a ticket, and I said that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Now I tried to go to a hip hop show, and we was going to a football game, and I was like,
Yeah.
there's no one.
It depends on the
It's just
artist, you know.
yeah, and that's why it's like especially here in Florida, um, you kind of got to pick and choose who you want to go see, and it all depends on where it's at too.
Okay, got you.
That's we're here in Florida. It depends on where it's at. You go into they call it Raymond James Stadium where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play, and you want to
Right.
see a show there, you're automatically gonna hit lowest you're gonna get is $200 a ticket. That's just
Really? Damn.
that's it. You ain't gonna get no lower than that, if that. Now, if you're going to, like we have what in Tampa, they have what called Ybor City, where they have a lot
Hmm.
of little nightclubs down there. Now, you'll pay
Right.
maybe anywhere from 25 to maybe $40 a ticket, which,
That's
okay,
pretty
that's
reasonable.
reasonable. Um, but I think that's a lot of reason why you don't hear a lot of big hip hop artists coming to Florida, um, because they want to
Okay.
charge all these outrageous prices.
All right.
And
Good to know.
people ain't going.
Right. But
People are
that's
not going.
sad though. So now you've driven the price up so high on a show that now you don't have a very high turnout. So now you got like a quarter of the people going that would have gone had you lowered the prices. I mean,
Hmm.
I would rather have quantity in the sense of a concert. Yeah, you're charging less, but way more people are going. And so now you're actually, in the scheme of things, you're going to make more money than if you had
Right.
charged, let's say charge like $80 a ticket versus charging 150 or 200 a ticket. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's less
Right.
money, but now like you've got a 80% turnout rate versus a 20% turnout rate.
But
So
see, I
I
noticed
can,
also
you know,
here in Florida, I think it deals with a lot of politics. Because, for example, I talked to Bones Thugs and Harmony. I got to open for them twice
okay.
in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
okay.
And I actually got to speak to Crazy Bone. I said, well, when you guys come to Florida, I want to open for you guys again. Real cool guys, best one of the best groups I ever got to meet. And he told me straight out, he said, Black, we come to Florida, but this is how much money we want to make. And then you got it, the promoter comes in, well, we'll charge this much a ticket, and you guys will make this much. And he says, it's a monopoly. It's a
Mhm.
politics and monopoly. He said, so by
Yeah,
the time they get done, you'll be paying like $100 something a ticket to go see it. Not that it's not worth it, but it's like, come on now, it's a 2025. People they got it,
right.
to fork out $100, $200 a ticket and go because if you fork out that much money, I mean, it's just common sense. If you fork out $100, $200 a ticket, you got parking. You gonna want to eat. You
Yeah,
want something nice to wear.
yeah.
Let's be
Something
straight
to
up.
drink.
So,
Yeah,
something to
maybe a
drink.
yeah.
So you running that up already. So I mean, it's just like like my wife, she loves Pitbull. We wanted to go see Pitbull, and
Okay.
love him. The show was absolutely great. $300 a ticket. This it's one of those things was like, you may have to watch it on TV.
Well, I
But
guess it
now
depends on
seeing
how many
everything,
people. It depends on how many people are on the show. Like if it's just him performing, eh,
yeah,
if it's him and maybe two or three other big artists, then that kind of factors in for me as
kind
to
of,
whether or not it's
yeah,
worth it or not. Like how many people am I seeing for this particular amount of money? I kind of look at it that way too. Like, are these all big acts?
right. I just
Like,
know,
but
like I said, I've talked to a few and a lot of it has to do with some of these promoters and some of these companies that, like Live Nation and AG
Niederlander and
Voice.
Golden
There's a lot of these
Voice.
companies that,
Yeah.
yeah, and some of them are good. Some of them I can understand. Some of them it's just like that's how much you gonna charge for a ticket. So it's just like you said, it depends on the place. It depends on the artist. Um, I've been wanting to see Janet Jackson for the longest time, but Janet, I can't do that $500 a ticket.
$500.
It's, yeah,
Dude, how old
your
is she
shows are
now? I
phenomenal.
mean, come on. I'm sorry.
She's 60, so and
Is she
I'm
is
like,
she
your
still
shows,
even like what's the word I'm looking for? Is she still like a thing? I mean, I'm just saying like when was the last time you put out an album, bitch? When was the last time you did a song? When was last I mean, hello? I don't know. I just look at it like this,
yeah,
like
and that's
somebody,
the other thing. You might, I mean, you may flip over a little bit of money, but you got a new song, you got, you know,
you
something
got anything
new.
going on now? It's like, damn.
So I don't know.
I didn't put out an
It's a
album in
double-edged
15
sword
years, but I'm
because
going to charge $500 a ticket. What? Been 15 years since you
you
put out
know,
an album. What? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, maybe groups like Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, they get away with that.
Yeah, but they're not going to charge that much. If you go to
legends,
see
but
Rolling
they
Stones, they might charge $100 a ticket, $150 or whatever it is, but it's not going to be no 500. They're not that in love with
oh
themselves.
no,
Goddamn.
but I mean, they gonna. I don't know. In the hip hop and R&B world, it deals with politics and money, and sometimes it
Damn,
makes you feel they just don't really care about fans. They
that's
just
sad.
want that money, and they'll do anything to get fans in. Because I learned a lot over the years, as far as doing live shows, and I've learned from a couple of different promoters. That's
Hmm.
why they'll have those contests. Oh, do this and you'll get free tickets, or the radio station will give you free tickets.
Yeah.
It's to lure people in to ignore the price of that ticket. They'll be like, oh well, maybe I'll fork it and I'll get the money and go because I didn't win a ticket on the radio, and it's just to lure them in. That's what they do, and they call it
Mhm.
promotion. I call it basically to lure you in. Because most of the
Well,
time they have them tickets on the radio station, and people will try to win them, and then they'll have little things like that. I mean, it is part of promotion, but um, like I said, this is what I see in hip hop. Some of the artists I've actually talked to have told me this, and they said, they don't feel afraid that they're not going to sell a lot of tickets. Let's do
right.
all these different kind of promotions, but I'm gonna sell my tickets for like $150 and be on
Yeah.
stage for like 30 minutes. And it's just like, and people will, unfortunately, people will get suckered into this because they're like, well, my friend wanted a ticket. I want to go with her, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay that, and I'm gonna go with her and go see it. They got you, and it,
Well,
it sounds like a ruthless
you,
gang, but that's just the name. That's the name of the business.
well, you know what I always say. You could always become like Jenny, and you too can go to radio school and television school and work your fucking way up and up and up and up and up to the ranks where you don't pay for shit because everybody's
Hmm.
throwing shit at you. Here, have some tickets to come see my show. Here's this, here's that. I got radio stations giving me free tickets to go see shit. Here you go, because I'm friends with other radio personalities too. See, so that's what I'm talking about. You just got to work your ass off, and then you too can be like Jenny and not pay for shit.
And young
The only
people,
thing
that's
I
what I'm
pay for
saying.
is
Get yourself
transportation.
educated and do like Jenny. Get you a part in the business.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to bust your ass. It took me. It didn't like just happen overnight, but I became friends with bands like Orgy and Green Jelly and all kinds of other fucking big names because I worked my ass off to make it happen. I've worked with WWE, I've worked with MTV, I've worked with the E Channel. I mean, I've done like
Right.
so many things in work. I've worked with Sony Music Entertainment. I didn't just get handed this shit. I worked my ass off. I went and I started
Hmm.
off in 2012. I went down and I auditioned at a local radio station in Hollywood, California. They loved me so much, they gave me a job. I was on FM for 5 years, and then I went to online radio, and I've been on there for, a long time. Been in the business, 13 years now. So I'm saying, like, it doesn't happen overnight, but you can make it happen if you put the work in.
Right.
In I mean, I was a 39-year-old with a dream.
Hmm. That's what I tell a lot of the young cats out here in this business. Um, Cats that are younger than me. I say you got to put in the work. You
Yeah,
have
you
to
got to.
if you want. Because a lot of them I see, and I tell them I said they stay right around their area. And I fell into that when I was younger. You stay right where the area expecting something to happen, and it's not.
No, you got to
And I
branch
mean,
out. You got to branch
even
out.
though I'm in Florida, and there's a lot, but there's Tampa, there's Orlando, there's Miami, St.
Yeah.
Pete. There's a, and we ain't that far from Atlanta.
Oh, then
So
you got
I try to tell
Georgia, and
them,
then you got to branch out.
yeah.
Like start branching.
And that's why I tell a lot of these cats. I said, look, I said, get your business right. Get your business right. What as far as your work, whatever you got to do at home. I said, but if you want to do this, branch out. I'm not saying. Don't go to open mics. Go to little open mics. If you can get a little, show here and there around Tampa, Orlando, that's great. Start
Mhm.
looking to go out places. If you don't have any
Mhm.
means to do it, then that's where you have to network. And this is
Yeah,
stuff
start
that I had to
opening for
learn.
other artists like you did.
You know, I had to learn to um, network with different people, and
Right.
sometimes it was
Exactly.
scary at first. But hey, Black, why don't you come over here down to Atlanta and do a show? Yeah, I'm nervous as hell because I'm like, oh, Atlanta, okay,
That's
because that's a
awesome though.
different crowd. But I mean, you have to branch out. Um, I mean, social media, yeah, it's great. You can hit a whole bunch of different people, but for the live aspect, especially when you're doing hip hop, and there's so many artists in hip hop right now,
Right.
especially young artists, you got to get out there. You got to brand yourself. You got to go to different places. You got to do it's a lot of work. And if you're going to do it one
Yeah.
day and not the next, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Everybody,
Yeah.
I've had various people ask me, "Shit, we see you post at least something every single day." I said, "Yeah, I do, because if I want something to happen, I got to stay on it. I don't care if
Yeah.
you take 20 minutes out of the day just to throw up a post about a song
Right.
you got coming.
Right.
People like to be informed every day about what you're doing. People like that where they think they're part of your life, so they're part of your music. You're
Right.
posting every day, hey, I'm doing this. Um, like the one kid, it was kind of funny. He said he was sitting posting about what he had for breakfast, and he said my single will be out tomorrow. And he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna post this." He goes, "Black, you look stupid." No, post it. People like that.
Yeah.
People
Exactly.
like to see your life. They like that. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, but you gotta branch. And don't get me wrong, Florida's huge, and there's a
Mhm.
lot of opportunities here.
Right.
But you can't just stay here in Florida. Um,
Right.
I got a chance to talk to Flow Rider one time,
Oh
and
wow.
he says
Okay.
even though he's huge in Florida, huge, especially Miami, but he
I
says
love him.
I gotta make. He says I go out. I go to Texas. I go to California. He
Yeah.
says any chance I get.
Exactly.
He says because you got to branch out.
You do.
Um, because he wasn't having like a big hit at the time, and he says, he's thinking, what can I do? And he said, you know what, I gotta get out. I gotta get out where they know of me, but they haven't seen me. So I got something new. He said, so
Mhm.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Um, but that's why I tell a lot of the younger cats in the business, if you have the opportunity, you got the opportunity to go branch out, branch out from where you live at, branch out from
Yes.
your state, from your city. You
Mhm.
don't need a
Go
whole
on tour.
entourage. You don't need 12 teachers. Just
Go on
take
tour. Get your music into movies and
exactly,
television shows. Like, like start. I tell people all the time, like,
exactly.
sponsorships are big. Get your stuff featured on movies, TV shows, video games,
Yes.
commercials. You know about that,
Oh
with
yeah.
Coke and
Yeah.
stuff. That's what I'm
Believe it or
saying.
not,
Like, you've got to do that stuff. Get your name out there.
because I tell a lot of these rappers, believe it or not, I have more response from doing a commercial than I do when I post a video about a song. If that song I post is in a commercial, or if I say, hey, it's going to be an upcoming movie, I get a huge response from that. So I say, just because you put it out um, on YouTube or whatever social media you use, and you're getting a little bit of response to it, you got to find out how to get into, like you said, the commercials, the movies.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, but it's not hard because there's an actual website. I think it's called Instagogo. I can't remember
Yeah. That's
exactly
one
or
of
not,
them.
but there's
There's
people
a
who are
bunch
looking
of
for people to
places.
fund things in their movie,
Yeah.
and you can people looking for stuff for soundtracks.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, when people like that. Um,
Get
I had a couple of
sponsorships.
karma commercials.
Yeah.
Exactly. People will respond, for me at least, they respond a lot bigger to doing stuff like that. Um, I said which I don't know how this happened, but I just recently a lady sent me an email and she has a company in Georgia that makes pound cakes, and she wanted to
Ah,
know
I
if she
love
could
it.
put my song pound cake in her
Hell
commercials.
yeah.
And it kind of threw me off because I said, "Ma'am, do you really know what that song's about?" I said, "Because it's," but she said,
Ah,
"Yeah." She says, "But it's a play on words. I would love to use it." So
yeah, that's
I told her, I
badass.
said, "Yeah, I'll give you permission to use it." And so when we're right now talking about like getting a contract together so she could put it
Oh,
up.
that's
Because
awesome.
it's going
Hell
on
yeah.
the air. It's not one of those that just with the internet. She's putting it on the air because she has a business. So I said, okay. And
Nice.
it was funny just from talking to her, I started getting requests from Atlanta. And they're
Oh
like,
wow.
well, we heard your song was going to be. And I'm thinking, I didn't
What the
say it was going to
hell?
be yet. But they were all friends of hers. So it
Nice.
just shows you, it's like, I mean, I'm learning every day in this business. So I was like, okay, so this is what you got to do. I said, all right, I'm learning. Um, I'm learning about sync licensing. I actually taken a
Nice.
master class on YouTube about it, how to get your some
That's
songs
smart.
into the movies. So I mean,
Exactly.
it's it's what
Learn
you
how to do
it's
anything by
it's not a
watching
business. It's
YouTube.
what you have to do. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Speaking of that, let's go
yeah.
play some pound cake. I think that'd be a good one. Let's do a 2 pack. So let's do pound cake, and then you've got what other song would we want to play? I know you got a new one, don't you?
Curvy appetite.
Right, exactly. Let's play pound cake first, and then play the curvy appetite. I think that'd be awesome. Kind of
And shout out to Lily the
like
Goddess. She's on almost all my songs and she's the most talented vocalist I've ever worked with. So I just want to give her a shout out.
hell yeah, excitement. Woo! And she's badass too, by the way. I love her on that song. So both those on all of it. She's awesome. Oh, I love it. Plus she nice looking. We're gonna leave it at that. All right, I'm gonna. All right, we're gonna put you in the waiting room. We're gonna go play some pound cake and some curvy appetite. Woo! Thickums. We like the big girls. 1 second. uh, da, da, da.
When I love every part of me, I know I got what you need. So much of you can't see. You got the key, so set me free. Best decision that you'll ever make. So come along for goodness sake. We be baking good, no need to break. Come get you some this now.
I love how every ounce of you that shake. When I step past you, just put my foot on brake. With all that pound cake, so damn intoxicating to me. Gave me strawberries, whipped cream, plus size shorty. Y'all a curve on you, baby, that's fake. Forget a straw, you thicker than a milkshake. Bitches throw shade, they hate, cause they don't got that bounce. See, I'm down for the pounds, I want every ounce. I'm making moves counts, put it on me like a stylist. Ride it like a cowgirl, shorty, I call you Dallas. I got this, taking a chance like going to paradise. On them curves of paradise. Catch the game, they parasites, and not gonna like the heartbreak. No crumbs, I'm dropping all that pound cake. No worries about the roses, not necessary. Let me put my chef hat, I'll be your black Pillsbury.
When I love every part of me, I know I got what you need. So much of you can't see what you need. Got that key, so set me free. Best decision that you'll ever make.
just can't last this. Got me adding you to my to-do list. That sickness, going to send me to court. Juicy dick thighs, looking like child support. Of course, a freak in the bed. A hustler in the streets, so respect. Her grinding straight elite, you feel me? And these curves won't quit. I got money for bail. Cause you murder every outfit, no bullshit. The noises we make, the curves on my dinner plate. They a snack, you a whole dinner. A time to get loose, I'll be the scissors. They got IG pictures, and I'm looking at the real. Did I mention I'm at attention with that sex appeal? That sickness, my preference. Beauty was a crime, and you would serve a life sentence. Can I get a witness?
Yo sé que tú quieres todo esto.
Black Nation Music got that fire.
You already know. Blackwell, Lee the goddess. Feed my curry appetite. Feed my curry appetite. The word for tonight is late. Spread the word. Give bitches the bird. You're on one, you heard. They hating on you and them curves are kinda pathetic. You want a premium, they gassed up on the let it. All that shade, ignore the fuss. Sit on my lap and get things straight between us. Love, not love, those curves gonna do me right. Like Cinderella, that dress disappear by midnight. Thick thighs, I can't resist. Be my dirty self, I go down to your Texas. This is real shit and I'll tell you why. Like math, add a band, subtract clothes, let's multiply. Don't be shy, you a beast. I'm the pilgrim on Thanksgiving and I'm ready to feast. So let's eat, painted nails and feet, that's tight. So edible, feed my curvy appetite.
Come and move this way. Love my flow, my sway. Every step I take, got that sweet, sweet shape. When you wanna play, whether night or day, wanna give you all of me, and baby, see there's plenty. Come and move this way. Love my flow, my sway. Every step I take, got that sweet, sweet shape. When you wanna play, whether night or day, wanna give you all of me, and baby, see there's plenty.
On the back door, I want all access to VIP, my spot to undress. I confess the beauty currency, you be a billionaire. Body stronger than Bacardi, nothing compare. They stare with those lips and hips, standing on business, real shit. Cats going to get their feelings, but I'll make you dinner. You can be my dessert, and tonight, baby, you got me ready to put in work. Like what?
Come and move this way. Love my flow, my sway. Every step I take, got that sweet, sweet shape. When you wanna play, whether night or day, wanna give you all of me, and baby, see there's plenty. Come and move this way. Love my flow, my sway. Every step I take, got that sweet, sweet shape. When you wanna play, whether night or day, wanna give you all of me, and baby, see there's plenty.
Feed my curvy appetite. Feed my curvy appetite.
Hell yeah. Woo! I don't know which one I like more. Damn. That was some good shit right there. Oh, your lyrics. I always love listening to your lyrics. Because I like intelligent lyrics, you know what I mean? Like, I love hip hop and rap, you know. I've always loved like some of the more lyrical geniuses out there, like KRS-One
Oh,
or
definitely.
E40 is fucking
Yes.
amazing as a lyricist. I love Eminem is really good. There's quite a few like, but I like intelligent like hip hop. You know what I mean? Like you listen
Right.
to the words and you're like, oh shit, I know what's up there. I don't know. I always love your lyrics. You have some
Well, thank
really
you.
good stuff.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. My wife always says, "Where in the hell did you get those lyrics from?" Um,
I know. I was sitting there
and
kind of snickering, like, what did he just say? I was like, what did he
I,
just say?
like I told her, I said, "Yeah, I've got that a lot." Even Lily, when we were recording it, she was like, "Black, what did you just say on that line?" Um, but I try to have fun. That's what hip hop was all about. It's all about having fun. So I
That's the
try to
best
have fun.
part.
And I think like when I first started doing it, people really liked it. But when I first started writing, because like I said, I started out as a DJ. I had no intentions on doing rap, but I like to have like funny lines. So what caught me at first is I used to watch Comedy Central and the different comedians.
Yes.
Then
I love it.
I used to go to the clubs on the weekend and hearing these guys with these pickup lines. And so I would sit there and I would, you kind of like hear them all. And I said, I want to make a song. I want to make it flow, but I want to make it funny. So when I realized that I'm targeting, plus size women, I said, all right, I want them to hear it. I don't want them to be offended, but have fun with it. Um,
Right.
and so it's not just because I've heard some plus size guys do plus size rap, and it's kind of like the same old. But when you
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
little puns here and there, I had one plus size lady tell me on Facebook, don't know her. She heard the song and she was just like, yeah. She goes, I try to tell people that I got that pound cake, and I'm like, okay, all right. Apparently you like the song. All right, that's cool. And because she's like, why did you pick pound cake? And I said, believe it or not, growing up, that was kind of like it was kind of like a slang term for like a beautiful plus size woman.
Yeah.
This was
Right.
back way back in the day, and I
Yeah.
said, and second of all, I love pound cake and strawberries. So I was like, that's my favorite
Yeah.
dessert. So I said, I should write a song about it. I said, because I hear all these other songs that are out there, and because at first I didn't know how it would go over, and when
It's
I did
awesome.
it, my biggest critic is my wife because I've done stuff where I think is great. She was like, "That's garbage." I'm like, "No, it's not." And I'll get listen to it later and be like, "Yeah, it is garbage." Okay, I just don't
Oh,
want to tell her she was wrong.
damn.
Um,
At
but when
least
she
she's
heard that,
honest.
oh yeah, she's strictly honest, but she's not a big hip hop head. So for it to be hip
Oh,
hop,
okay. Well,
it's got to really catch her. So that's why
okay.
she's like the best critic. And when I did Pound Cake, she was just like, she laughed. She laughed halfway through the song. She was like, "What the hell were you watching on TV?" I said it was just a mix of puns and metaphors. And then when I did Curvy Appetite, I kept saying I wanted to do like a sequel to Pound Cake, but I don't know what to do. And I seen this comedian, I don't know his name, and he came on stage, and that was one of his first lines. He was like, "Yeah, I like big women. I got that curvy appetite." And I was like, "Oh!" And it just
Love
triggered
it.
it. And I was like,
Love it.
"Okay." And he was saying, he loves to eat food. He loves desserts. And he said, "Yeah, I tell plus size women ain't nothing wrong with them. I got a curvy appetite too." So I thought it was funny. And I was like, "That's a good play on words." And so I just went from there. But um, it's just about having fun. I go back to the basics of hip hop. You have fun. Um, it ain't about having a bunch of money. It ain't about fancy cars or calling women this and that. It's just having fun. And a lot of plus size women that hear it, they like it because it gives them something to dance to and it's fun.
Mm,
They kind of laugh at some of the lyrics, but they have fun with it, and that's what it's about. I
right.
do what I know, and so that's why it's always been that topic. Um, because I've heard other rappers. I ain't gonna say any names, but they do plus size rap. But it's so done before.
Mm,
It's like they'll talk about. It's like they take a song that's been talked about women doing twerking or whatever and just switch it and
mm.
just add plus size every other line. So it's just like, okay,
Yeah. Eh,
to me, it's not real creative, but hey, to each their
yeah.
own. Um, yeah, but that's hip hop. And they got they um views and they got people that love it and stuff like that. That's cool, and that's cool. But I'd rather stick to what I do because I get more respect out of what I do, the way I do my hip hop. Like I said, you may hear me curse once or twice. I'm not a big person on that because I get my point across a different kind of way. That's where
Mhm.
all the metaphors and puns come in. So
Right.
to each their own, doing their thing. I don't hate on or nothing like that, but it's just my
Right.
cup of tea. I'm aiming my music to that specific audience. I want them
Right.
to be. I've had people ask me, "Hey, you gonna do that song Pound Cake?" And I'm thinking like, "Where did you hear it?" I'm thinking like, "Wow." Um, and I also try to tell younger cats too, don't get obsessed with the likes, the views, the streams on Spotify. Don't get hung up in that. Check it,
Yeah.
but don't get hung up in it because yeah, it does mean something, but if you get too worried about that, it's going to throw your game all off. I don't.
Mm,
I like I said, I post it. If people like, I'll check every so often. I didn't even
mm.
know Lily was the one that told me that. Hey, your song Pound Cake got like 20,000 views or 20,000 streams on Spotify. I had no clue. I just
That's
like
awesome.
performing it. So I
Yeah.
was like, then I had to get a hold of the distributor because I'm like, hey, where's my money? But but I mean, I don't stress over
Always
that.
get the money up front.
That's true. That's true. Spotify is a little different fight, but
No, well, that's
every
different. I mean, some of those, yeah.
every
It's
artist with what genre of music will tell you. But I don't get too obsessed with that because I just like to go out, have fun, do live
right.
shows, and the one thing I've also learned doing shows, and I try to tell different hip hop artists this too. I know some hip hop artists will say, "Oh, they don't like when another rapper raps over his vocals." Okay, that's to each their own. It just
Right.
depends on what you're doing. So
Hmm.
I don't knock that at all. But what I try to tell some cats is like when I take my basically like a backing track, if I don't have a DJ, and I'll give it to their DJ, and he'll be like,
Hmm.
okay, what song you want me to play? I said, just hit play and let it go. They're like, what? I
Okay.
said, yeah, all my show is mixed. It's ready to go. And they're
Right.
like, oh,
Okay.
okay,
See,
great,
it's
cool.
professional. That's
Right.
professional and well produced. Like that. Do you know a few artists do that shit?
Yeah, and I hear it so much,
Annoying.
especially at different shows. Like I do open mics and stuff. And I told him, I said, if you can put it together, listen, like before each show, and I'll watch other performers before the day of the show, like a couple hours before the show. I'll watch artists like L Cool J. I watch Eric B. and Rakim. I
Oh
watch
yeah,
Big Daddy
good
Kane.
ones.
I watch the legends on how when they put on shows what they did, how
Yeah,
they how they
exactly.
how they rock the crowd. Um, and I learned that idea of putting my show together. Believe it or not, it was from a classic legendary group called Houdini, who had the song
Oh
Funky.
yes,
They
nice. I
did a
haven't heard
show.
that name
Yeah,
in forever. Oh my god,
I'm friends
that's
with
like old
Jalil.
school.
Uh,
That's old school.
and they did a show. The whole show, they had a DJ. Well, at the time they had Grandmaster D. They had their DJ, but the whole
Mm.
time that show went, there was no gaps. There was music constantly being played, and I was like,
As
"Oh
it
shit!"
should
The
be.
crowd was. Um, but I try to tell a lot of these young cats, if you're going to go out, especially if you're going to go out, if you're going out to an open mic, and maybe it's just me because I've been doing it so long, um, represent yourself.
Yeah.
don't if you go to open mic, okay, I understand it's open mic. One, you never know who's going to be there. Two,
Yep. Very
brand
true.
yourself.
Could be a
Get
scout.
dressed like you're going to a show because if people see you, see that you're serious about it. And it may not be a whole lot of people, maybe a bunch of people that, but if they like you and don't know you, because you just look like everybody else in the crowd, and I'm saying this to rappers,
Yeah.
brand yourself.
Right.
Everybody always knows me because they're like, "Oh, you Blackwell, because you always wear that shirt." When I'm doing music, yes, I will always have this on, or some kind of
Well,
shirt with
yeah,
my name
because you're
on
branding yourself. You know what I mean? Hello. Why wouldn't you do that?
It's a different world down there, Jennifer. I swear. It's
uh,
like you're trying to teach them, and you know, like a lot of people that I work with, especially like my wife or Lily or people in her camp, they're like, Black, you can only teach them so much. You can only
yeah.
show them so much, and because it's not that difficult. That's the part that like I
Yeah.
seen one rapper at an open mic last week. He was good. He was so good, and even my wife liked him. And we was all sitting talking. He was good, but when he got off the stage, I couldn't find him because it was a packed show, and he kind of mingled in with everybody. So I don't know his name. I don't know where he went, and I'm like,
He didn't
and then when I
introduce
finally,
himself at the beginning of the show or
no, he just
nothing.
got on stage and did his thing.
What? No, that's not going to help with
Yeah.
branding. The fuck?
And so when I finally found him, and I said, "Dude, you had a really good show. I have no idea what your name is." He says, "Oh, this is my name." I said, "Can I give you one hint of advice?" He says, "Yeah," because he was like, "Oh man, I like your shirt. That's cool." I said, "Man, this shirt
Branding.
cost me $10." I
Yeah,
said, "Can
exactly.
you at least put your name on it and at least tell the crowd? I don't care how many times you got to tell the crowd what your name is." I said,
Yeah.
"Because when I get off the stage, I guarantee you I will be called Blackwell for the people who had no idea who I was." I
Yeah.
said, that's my goal. They may only
No,
like
that's
one song, they may only like Lee singing, but they gonna know Blackwell was there. I said
yeah.
that is, I know it's just like open mic, but like I said, and I've always been told this by, especially by bigger artists, that you
Mm,
never know who's going to be there. Treat that open
exactly.
mic like you
Could be a
go to a
scout
show.
like me for Sony. You just don't fucking know. That's what I used to do in Los
See?
Angeles. I would
So I
go
mean,
to
that's
concerts just
it's the
randomly, you know?
little things that I try to pass on, and just I try to help other artists, and I know everybody
That's
ain't got the
good.
means for it and stuff like that, but like I tell them, I said, then you
Be a
know what,
mentor.
network. If find get a network, go ask a if you go to a studio, network with that engineer.
Hmm.
I said, see who he know. If the engineer only knows the video guy and you want a T-shirt, well, let me get that video guy's number. Talk to that video guy. Hey, I know you do videos, but you know, start building your base. Um,
Right.
and this is not something that, like when I tell them, I said, I had to learn how to do this because I was
Right.
at fault for all of it. That's how I learned. Um,
Right.
and I give a shout out to Boo Boo Room Studios and KC on the mix who does all my engineering and stuff. But I said, KC, I need to do a drop mic video. I said, because
Mm.
I've never done one before. He says, oh, well, you know what? Talk to this guy. He does t-shirts, but he knows somebody. So now I got a t-shirt guy, I got an engineer, and I got a guy who knows how to do these drop mics. So I mean, I
See,
built
there
it
you
my
go.
base in 5 months.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Everybody tells me I need to have a master class,
That's what I'm saying. You should be a
but
music mentor also. You know what I mean? For hip hop and rap artists. I think that would be a good one. You
I
know?
just do it from the level of I know everybody ain't got the money. Believe me, I know, and I've been
Well,
there. And
no,
there's
but
days I'm still there. But there's ways that you can talk to people. Like to get this shirt, I got this shirt made. Um, Lily's sister, shout out to you. Um, she made. I didn't even know she did shirts, and I
Hmm.
was like, oh. And we said, oh, well, she makes shirts. Didn't
I
cost me
made
much
this
at
one.
all.
I made this one.
And
Mhm.
see, um,
Make your own.
I
Damn
try to
right.
get them out of the mind frame. Don't worry about the shoes. Don't worry about buying fancy jewelry. If you want to
Right.
get in this business, you have to invest in yourself. Is bottom line. You have
Yep.
to invest in yourself. Um,
Amen.
all that other stuff. You want to buy $100 video games and all that stuff. No, you want to be in this business and you want to go strong. You have to
Yeah.
invest in yourself. And
Yep.
I learned that late. Um, I tell these cats, look, I said, get your education, invest in
Hmm.
yourself. Don't worry about trying to impress anybody. I said, impress them what you get once you get that music done. I said, that's 20, 20 or actually like 2025. But this is a day and age where this business is totally flip flop. I came from the
Right.
days of reel to reel and big studio boards. There was really
Right.
not a lot of home studios at home. Now everybody can got a home studio. You get an iPhone, you can record your song. It's a
Right.
totally different world.
Crazy.
So it's like I still go to the studio. I still go to the studio because I'm a totally old school, but I love the studio atmosphere. I just
Right.
love that atmosphere. Um,
Oh,
I
yeah.
recorded some songs from home, but um, it's a totally different ballgame. You got to change with what's going on. Um,
Right.
like I
Adapt
tell
and
some of
grow.
the yeah, because I've gone to shows and I may not like the song. I may be like, it's not my cup of tea, but I'm gonna give them respect for getting up there to doing it. And if he
Right.
asks me for advice, I'm just, I'll tell him, hey, maybe you may want to try this. It may not be my cup of tea or the
Hmm.
thing with hip hop, because not everything out there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that I do not care for. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, it's the stuff out there is like, I know it's money driven, I know it's label driven, um,
Right.
and stuff like that. And I let people know, don't fall in that rut. I heard, um, like one of my favorite rappers is Snow the Product, is a
Hmm.
Latino rapper. Um,
I've heard of
I,
him.
I I love her music. Um,
Hmm.
some songs I don't understand because I don't speak Spanish, but she it's a hell of a rapper, but she refuses
Right.
to be on a label. She does everything independent.
Hey, well,
Because she
that's
says
her
she don't want to get
choice.
caught up in it.
In the
And I
politics.
mean,
Yeah.
she does good, yeah. Because that's another thing is I tell cats, don't worry about being on a label. Do it
Hmm. Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Do it yourself. Get you a small team, not a team of friends, not your family. Get you a
Hmm.
team of people who are doing stuff, that are
Right.
doing stuff more than you. If you're going to get a team, get your engineer or find someone that makes T-shirts or makes posters
Right.
or get them to be on your team. Those are the people you need as a team and do it yourself. These
I'm a whole
labels,
damn
I try.
team.
I tell some of these rappers, a label ain't nothing but a bank loan. I swear, it's like going to
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. No,
It's
true.
nothing.
They make more money
Got
off of your
all these,
music than you do. So, you know what I mean?
all these little words you got to make sure that are in a contract. Um, and when I was younger, I didn't know. I missed out on a couple of things.
Hmm.
Um, the word release. If you don't see that word release in a contract, your stuff's gonna be shelved for whenever they feel like doing it. Um,
Right. Right.
I've learned a lot. The, worrying
Damn.
about being on the record label, it's just, yeah, it's nice when, I've known some cats that, oh, well, they told me they give me like five, $600,000, and I do record my song, and I said, you do know you paying that back. I said, you do know
Yeah.
every single
Right. Yeah.
you get, you are not going to see. So they're
They
gonna
they
put
don't
you on
know
a
how it
tour,
really works. Yeah.
yeah, and they're gonna get that money back. And then they trick you, they keep you in it because right when you think you paying it off, they're gonna throw some more at you.
Yeah.
What
It's
do you
better to
want to
be
do?
independent.
Oh yeah,
For sure. Most definitely.
So
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night. We've been having a awesome
okay.
conversation. I just like talking to you because you're got your head in the game when it comes to business and the art of music. So I always appreciate
Appreciate
our
you.
talking, and I look forward to having you maybe as a co-host on some of our other projects or this one or whatever you want to do.
I would be
We're
honored.
here because you have a lot of really good advice for people in the industry. You know what I mean? And I think that it could be very helpful because that's what we want to do here is educate and help others to grow in their music and also to showcase different artists, whether it be an author or a band or an artist like yourself, or could be, pretty much anything. We've showcased so many different stuff on here over the years. So I like to kind of just have a fun time with it and help people get the exposure that they need and deserve. So that's another way that you can also get your stuff out there is to hit up people like me who have a podcast. You know what I mean? Branding. You can do independent, but you get featured in a music magazine or an art, something to do with your artistry. Get featured on a podcast. There's many ways to do it. You know what I mean? Go on Cameo, and people will hire you to make a music, say happy birthday to your grandma. Who knows? Whatever. There's lots of ways to get your name out there. But I want to thank you so much to Blackwell, Michael Blackwell, for being on the show tonight. An incredible hip hop artist. Go see one of his shows. When are you playing next?
February 21st, and we have a Mardi Gras show. It'll be right here in Largo, Florida. It's posted on. It'll be me and Lily. It's posted on Facebook and Instagram.
Nice.
Go check it out. It's a free show, all ages. We're gonna have
Yeah.
some fun. Um, come on out, come rock with us. Um, besides that, we'll have. I'll be playing on iHeartRadio. I have a hip hop podcast, which is the Jump Off podcast every Saturday. I play classic hip hop, and I'm
Hell
be
yeah.
playing a lot of my new stuff. So come check it out.
That's awesome. What's the name of the podcast again?
The Jump Off podcast. It's on iHeartRadio.
Woo! Jump Off Podcast. Everybody go check it out. Go check out his podcast. Tune in to see if he decides to join us on Nutty Evening, one here on occasion, and our
Oh,
other
I'm down.
podcasts as well. And we like to have a lot of fun, you know what I mean? So I want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight. And where can
Of
people
course.
find your social media? Oh, do you have a website? Things like that.
I'm on SoundCloud at official_Blackwell. I'm on Facebook at Black Nation Music 1970. Catch me on YouTube at official_Blackwell.
Oh, yeah.
Hit me up on Spotify. It's not hard to find me on Spotify because you'll see this picture of me. Um, so you'll know there's tons of Blackwells on there, but they don't look like this. So
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that some white dude. I don't know.
here, I'm working on the website right now, so I'll have that website up very
Hell yeah, it'd be exciting.
shortly. Because I just got a brand new website. They'll have a Facebook and an Instagram, hit me up on YouTube. We have LinkedIn, which is the business
Nice.
website. I'm on there too. You can find
Hell
me
yeah.
under there. It's Hip Hop Artist Blackwell. Um, and there's no TikTok since with all that craziness going on. So, and I don't do X. So just hit me up.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Blackwell, for being on the show tonight. We appreciate you. And don't forget to go check out his stuff everywhere on SoundCloud and YouTube and everywhere else. And once he gets his website, go subscribe, like, share, follow, all that wonderfulness. Go on Spotify and all of his other sites and support. That's the biggest thing out there. We want to see all of you back next week for Jenny's birthday episode. we're going to have none other than lead singer Jay Gordon from the iconic alternative metal band. They're like industrial metal. I don't know. Orgy. Go check them out. Go check it out. Get an Orgy shirt. Go buy some merch. Go see one of their shows. These guys are fucking phenomenal, especially on stage. They are a powerhouse. So go check them out. Come check it out. See our interview next Friday night, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Rock Rage Radio. We are on Get Real Global TV on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. And we are Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, with our own nutty little radio station on Spreaker. Go check us out. We're also on iHeartRadio. We are on Audible, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. We're on Pandora, Sirius XM, Rock Rage Radio, everywhere. Anywhere you can listen to music or listen to podcasts or watch us on our YouTube or Twitch or TikTok. Until next week, have a great week. Stay safe and don't let those gators get you. Bye.